Covered in grease and bottomed up in dust. He's gonna cry and he's gonna cuss, but he won't give up. Got a dream for this machine, if you know what I mean. Won't stop until it's done. He'll feel fine, he'll fix it.
What are you doing here, bud?
Little trick I taught myself.
What you using there? What kind of grit you got? 500. Berger wanted to redo his headlights. He's only been out here for, an hour and a half doing this, but we're moving forward now. I will give you guys some tips and tricks on this because this is good. I wasn't going to video this, but he's using 500 grit sandpaper. Anywhere from 400 to 600 is enough because he's going to be clear coating this. And in the little spray bottle, we're just using a degreaser diluted in water, okay? That works great for wet sanding. And you can see how you're getting all this like color. That's just what happens. That's that oxidation on the outside, and that'll come right off. You don't have to get too crazy with it, but just sand it down until everything is uniform, typically like a white look instead of yellow. You don't want to leave any yellow on there. If you're seeing that, then you need to go a little further. As you can see, he's done a fine job taping the car off. This is the two-part stuff. It's got a little button on the bottom. Put the red button on it and you just pop it. Berger's doing a final wipe down. Guys, it's not this serious. You don't have to take as long as him, and looks like you're doing open heart surgery. It's okay, but you know, you gotta let him do his thing. You're taking too long.
I'm not spraying it.
What are you talking about? You're not spraying it? Show them how to do it, okay?
I'm gonna run it.
You better not run it.
I bet I will.
You shaking? Pop it. Now watch in amazement as these dingy headlights turn crystal clear. He has a magic show. Please don't look, man. You're on camera. Don't mess this shit up. Oh God. Look at you. You're a damn natural. What are you talking about? All right, that's good. Look at that. All right, let's watch it up close. Go. Ooh, beautiful. All right, let it tack down. This stuff does not take long to tack. You can wait maybe 2 minutes, something like that. But now we did a spray over all the black here just because, hell, it helps protect it too and brightens it up. You guys can do what you want to. Take them out, do whatever, but this is the quickest and easiest way to do it in my opinion. But look at that. Perfect. And that's all from that little $28 can right there. And this lasts. Y'all, I cannot say enough about it. I know people are going to want to argue and say, hey man, that spray can clear, it's not going to last, you need to use it. We have a, look, we got a cabinet full of paint over here and clear coat, just so you guys know. Okay, we have all the correct stuff to use. But I'm telling you now, I've had some of the best results from anything. Is that right there? This stuff right here works just as good as anything else. Go a little closer with it. You can, there you go. All right, now it's starting to get milky on you, so that it could run, so you don't want it to get too milky. All right. There you go, just like that. Finish it up. Yep, hit that corner and all right, that's good. So there's your second coat. Looks real nice like, real nice like. So you can still see a little bit of the milkiness here. So that's what's gonna happen if you overload this stuff. But it will clear it on up here in just a minute, actually. Man, that looks good. That's how easy that is to do. There again, 400 grit, 500, 600, something like that. That's all you got to use. It's a degreaser. Clean this thing off with the sandpaper. Think of it that way. You're cleaning it off with the sandpaper. Once you get all the orange or yellow or whatever it is you're trying to get off, get down to bare plastic, shoot it with some clear. Use this stuff. If you got to buy it on Amazon, buy it on Amazon. I cannot endorse any other can clear. I don't know if it works or not, but what I can tell you is that works. So order it online, get you a can of it. And if you guys are wondering how long it lasts once you puncture the can, typically for us down here in the heat, seems to last a week and a half to 2 weeks. I would not expect it to last any more than 4 or 5 days. And if it goes any further than that, that's just a win. Anyway, once we get this thing untaped, we'll show you what it looks like and wrap this one up. This intake has been painted for how long's it been on this? 6, 8 months?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just guessing here. 6 to 8 to 9 months. I don't know. Whenever we built this engine, I went ahead and sprayed this intake, and this thing was dingy, dirty, yellow. It was an old intake. So I dusted it with a little bit of silver and then dusted it with some of this clear coat. Now, I want y'all to realize that this thing is carbureted, and I have changed the jets in this thing 3 or 4 times, and it's got gas all over this intake. Do you see any yellowing, any peeling, anything? Nope. Go ahead and answer it for you, just in case you can't see. That's crazy. This stuff works amazing, y'all. Amazing. And the valve covers, by the way, are also cleared with that, and the engine. So let me show you the valve covers too. They're dirty, but you can see all the handprints and stuff. But awesome stuff. I don't know how it withstands this heat, but it does. It actually withstands the heat and has done a better job than when I use automotive clear coat, like, you know, 2-part out of the gun. That stuff will yellow on you and chip and come off a lot of times. I think the secret to this was multiple light coats on the intake. It only has like 2 to 3 light coats on it, and I think that's been the trick. So he's also gonna go ahead and probably, hopefully, paint this charge tube right here, but it was hitting the hood, so we're kind of doing a little sand in there and adjusting the hood, put some shims under it. It's really, really close now, so he's checking it again for the final time. This is the stuff you got to do, guys. It's because of this spacer right here, but if he doesn't run the spacer, and everything's going to hit the valve covers, so kind of got to run that. And you could clock the supercharger a little bit more, but it's really just going to angle the end of this. More than likely, probably won't change that. There's the headlights re-cleared. Looks really nice, right? So 20 bucks. Look at that finish on those headlights. They don't even look that good when you buy them new. That looks good. So you guys use that trick if you want to. It looks sick. It just really cleans up the front of the car whenever you got new headlights like that. Man, that looks good. That stripe just stands out. Andrew stopped by a minute ago. He was like, did y'all paint the car? Well, I mean, kind of. Yeah, I guess we did, but not really. It looks like it, though. That was the ultimate compliment for Andrew to ask if we painted the car. So it looks really good. All right, well, he's going to work on this, and maybe I'll video some of that. Show you guys what this charge pipe looks like whenever he's done. This is what we're going to be using. Yes, this is a GM color, but looks really good. Can't remember the name of it. I don't think it shows it, does it?
It's on the lid.
Yeah, so this is the name of the color that we're using. We've used this on pretty much everything. I think this is what's on the dash of the 65 as well. Now with this stuff, you want to make sure you get really light coats on it. You cannot put this on too thick. As you can see, the cover's really good. Now, we're not going to get carried away on the bottom side down here because you can't really see that anyway. So, probably go about like that. Let that dry up. We'll flip it over, spray the top side, and hit it with some clear. All right, once again, I want to show you guys how to do this. So, you know, in a lot of, like, valve covers and things like that, the top embossed portion is removed. I'm gonna show you guys how to do that. You can just take a sander with sandpaper, or you can take sandpaper by hand or a file, whatever you want to do. But this is how it's done. This thing's been sanded so many times. It's like narrowed or thin down there. Just do this. Just to keep from getting any paint back on this, and I swear.
I tried to hurry up so you wouldn't say nothing.
And here I am saying something, right? Cheat the system here. So if you have an issue like this, sometimes you can do this. Stand way back from it and just that bad spot up there, we can kind of do the same thing. Adding a little bit of texture to it's all you're doing. Then you can kind of blend it all in. Now this thing is not super smooth. You can see it's got some indentions and stuff where it's been sanded over the years and things like that. I'm not overly concerned about it. Your intake's actually the same way.
Yeah. I think it looks cooler. Gives it more character.
We're not going to worry too much about the bottom side, because you're not going to see that anyway. You kind of know when to stop when it starts to get a little milky like that. There she is with the second coat on. And it'll start to flow out a little bit better than that. I put it on pretty heavy. But as you can see, this stuff has a really good gloss to it. So just give it a little bit of time and you'd be surprised just how good this looks. Well, you guys saw the valve covers and intake and everything else. So probably one more wet coat, she'll be good to go. I really want to recommend this stuff to you guys, this clear coat. I can't preach it enough. It is just so good to have around the shop. You got about 5 days to a week and a half to leave this stuff on the shelf before it hardens up. But man, think of the things that you could do. Right now, I bet you there's something in your shop, in your garage, on your car that you wish that you had a gun that you could clear it with, right? I know there's a million things. Every time I get a can of this, I think, oh man, I could go clear coat this. Think about it. Maybe you're polishing out some stuff or you're cleaning up some shit. You can clear coat your brackets to keep them from, oxidizing and things like that. There's stuff under the hood that you could clear coat. Maybe your intake, pop off some stuff and clear coat it. I'm telling you, every time we open a can, I find an extra use for it outside of what we were going to do with it. One other thing I wanted to remind you guys of, and I should have mentioned it earlier, these headlights, even if you get a brand new set from LMR, from Amazon, from eBay, I don't care where you get them from, the best thing you can do is grab a can of that clear and just coat those headlights. I say coat them, but go all the way around, backside, front side, everything. And what that clear coat will do will seal up any little seam or air leak that's in there, because these things tend to get moisture in them and things like that over time. This will help seal those headlights up. So I've noticed that about it. So it kind of works like glue, if you will, or seam sealer. So it works really good there, and it'll also add some extra UV protection to your brand new headlights. So I think that's a really good thing. Anyway, you guys can pick that stuff up at your local O'Reilly's. I'll try to look around on Amazon and see if I can't find a listing for it. And if so, I'll post it down below in the description for you guys. So this may wrap this up tonight. It's about time for me to go to bed. But Berger gets this done. Maybe he'll go ahead and shoot a little bit of film for us, and we'll see what it looks like. Anyway, guys, keep grinding. And as always, thanks for watching. Ah, look at that. He got it that time.
I'm gonna put some tape down. Or you think I can on that clear?
I'm not sure on that. You could stick it to your shirt a few times where it's not as sticky and put a few layers on it. All right, guys. Well, that's it. It's back in place. I think it looks really good. It looks a lot better than I thought, actually. There again, that's the same color as the intake. But that's what you can expect whenever you do little things like that.
Little trick I taught myself. Make it not sticky.
Make it not sticky. That's a good trick, man. I think I'll use that.
You should.
He's just gonna put some tape on it to make sure that the hood doesn't rub yet and stuff like that. So Catch y'all on the next one. And as always,
Thanks for watching. You home, dude.
something occurred to me as I'm watching this video, as I'm editing it. The youth. You could be playing video games right now and having a neck beard and ordering pizza in your mom's basement. I mean, that could be you right now, but most of you aren't doing that. Most of you are out getting shit done. And it is so freaking amazing in today's world that there are still young people out here wanting to do work and get their hands dirty, get a little bit of grease under their fingernails. I want to commend you right now. If you've got a younger adult or child in your house right now and you want them to hear this, bring them out. Let Brutal talk to them real quick. I'm very proud of you. You know, not everybody's cut out to be a doctor or a lawyer or whatever, and that's perfectly fine. I believe it takes a village to raise a village. Think about that. You really need all skill sets to make this world work. And that goes out to the doctors, to the lawyers, to the people that work in the offices, to the farmers, to anybody, everybody out there, welders. My point is, somebody's got to ride on the back of that trash truck. And I want you to be what you want to be in life. But be the best that you can be. If you want to go get greasy and nasty and work on things, we need people like you in this world. And I'm going to tell you something else that not a lot of people probably talk about enough. But when older people and even younger people see a young fella or young lady working hard, getting greasy, getting nasty, having a couple of jobs, just making it, just getting after it, it inspires us. It inspires me at 46 years old. It's going to inspire the younger generation. See, you get to decide what's cool. You don't let anybody ever tell you that that's not good enough or that's not cool. If you're out there enjoying life and having a damn blast doing it, I commend you. Get after it. We need more people like you to step up, get your hands dirty, do what needs to be done. And parents, I'm talking to you right now. Sometimes our kids aren't meant to go to college. They aren't meant to be doctors or lawyers or whatever. They may want to be a farmer or a welder or a mechanic or a painter, and there's nothing wrong with that. Maybe they want to ride on the back of that damn garbage truck. That's fine. Somebody's got to do it. Here's the thing. This is what I ask of any of you. Just be happy in whatever job you take. Do not chase money. Most all of us make more money than what we actually need. We can live, we can survive, we can buy food, we have vehicles, we have internet, smartphones, all this stuff. We have this stuff. To want more and to take a job that's a shittier job, especially ones that take away family time, time with loved ones, it may not be worth it. There's a job out there for everybody. Go get the one that's right for you. Peace.
Hey, my parents say this is going to be my future Mustang, and when I'm 16, that's when I get my license. But I think maybe it could be after we like touch it up a bit, and like we already change some stuff in there. But I feel like it could be a good car when I'm older.
What's your favorite thing about it?
My favorite thing about it probably is like it has very comfy chairs, like a lot of cushion.
Comfy seats?
Yes.
Like the red seats?
Yes, sir.
Let's show them the red seats.
It kind of brings
Look at
out.
that. Woo, look at that. Nice, clean.
It kind of brings out the white.
The red does bring out the white. We may change the white to a different color, but you know what? We'll see. We'll pick a color. Tell them bye, guys.
Bye.